People ask me all the time, Marisa, how do successful entrepreneurs stay inspired to innovate and create? And I know that I've personally been in this business for over 12 years. And that's a long time. And it's very easy to feel like you're just going through the motions, producing the same stuff, talking about the same things in the same way as you have always done. So what I found is that when you change your inputs, you change your outputs. So I just got back from 6 weeks of travel in the British countryside, in Italy, and in Morocco. And simply being in a different environment, working in a different environment, having different experiences, such as going into the deep Sahara on a camel caravan, really inspired me to think of different ideas and to see beyond my everyday situation. So creativity for me is a balance between structure and discipline with novelty and exploration. So a lot of times that I find that I produce some of my best creative work when I wake up at the same time, when I've got my computer set up in a specific way, when I'm eating healthy, when I'm going to bed at the same time. But if I do this routine for too long, months and years at a time, I start to get a little bored and my creativity starts to dry up. So every few months, I have to go off on an adventure. I got to do something new. I've got to go somewhere new. I've got to feed my mind and feed my soul in different ways so I can create different kinds of outputs. So one of the ways that successful entrepreneurs stay inspired to innovate and create is to simply change their inputs on a regular basis. Now, the other way is the way that I talked about in terms of having the structure and having the discipline to have the conditions for creativity to thrive. Oscar Wilde famously said, in order for your work to be violent and original, your life must be boring. So there are times where I lead an extremely boring life. You don't see me plastering myself all over Instagram all the freaking time because there's so much about my life that's in that rinse and repeat of simply waking up to a blank screen or a blank page and seeing what's inside of me that's ready to come out, that's ready to share. But then I go on these exploration adventure binges where I fill myself back up. Now, when I'm in the cycle of discipline and structure, I also take impeccable care of my body and of my mind. I go walking in nature. I pretty much walk this particular ridge trail. It's about a 55-minute walk with my husband, Murray, every single day. So even if it's here in the summertime in Austin and it's 95 degrees, I am walking this trail because I can hear the birds and I can hear the cicadas and I can feel the sun and I can feel the breeze on me. I'm going to eat a really good meal as soon as I get home. I think Murray's preparing just an extremely good grass-fed steak with some nice organic vegetables. I'm going to start to unwind starting around 6 o'clock and just decompress. And then I'm going to be in bed around 9 o'clock and asleep by 10. So I am now in my cycle of discipline and my cycle of structure. The structure itself allows my creativity to bloom because I know and I've trained myself to wake up between 6 and 7 and begin to create pretty much immediately. So for me, it's that combination of structure and freedom, of discipline and exploration that gives me the conditions to create day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. And now at this point in my career, decade after decade. So when you find your creative well start to dry up, it might be time to change your inputs, to do something new, to do something different. Many innovation-based companies, such as cell phone designers, will send their creative development teams to a new place like Korea to go see how are they using cell phones in Korea to bring innovations from other countries back home and just do things in a different way, right? So when you want to really innovate and get beyond what your current experience is, then it's time to go somewhere, to adventure, to explore. But when it's time to actually make it happen, to produce at speed, at scale, then being home where you can control the conditions in the environment is great for output. All right, well, that's my personal formula for sustaining my motivation to create and to innovate year after year. Let me know in the chat what you do. What's the way that you keep that creative flame alive? And for those of you meeting me for the first time, my name's Marisa Murgatroyd. I'm the founder of Live Your Message, where I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs from side hustles to seven-figure empires launch their business online. And it's my pleasure to bring you videos like these. So also let me know in the chat, are there any questions you got for me? Any things that I can answer for you to help shave a little time off your path? Now go out there, live your message. Bye.